Hi guys, my name is Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another scrawlrbox video for you guys. I was given these as a gift for Christmas. For the coming 3 months I will have one scrawlrbox video. So without any further ado, let's get on to it. So for today's scrawlrbox, this is the one from December 2019. Also, I'm testing out a new microphone, which is clipped onto my clothes. So hopefully everything is going to work out. So I'd say let's start with opening the box and see what we've got. And this was very funny. The first thing I saw without opening the box was the ruler, because it escaped from the side of the box. The tape is here and the ruler stuck out here. So yeah, we have a Derwent ruler. Don't know why, but we'll find out, I suppose. Next we have a scrawlrbox sticker. So I'm wondering if this is going to be like a copper theme or something. We have the menu, which I don't want to look at yet. We have a candy. I think this might be licorice. Next up we have metallic pens. Are these gel pens? I think they're gel pens for any kind of surface. Then we have fine art pencils. Ooh, they're very pretty. So these seem to be in metallic shades as well. We have a pink, a green, a purple, a pewter, am I pronouncing that correctly? An ice blue, and a rose gold. That looks really nice. And then we have a black paper in A5. It's quite heavy, so that looks quite nice. Look at these. Oh, that'd be lovely. I think the metallic colors would look really nice on them. And we have an artwork. So the artwork, this seems to be very abstract. And this is from Mirella Duta. So the menu says we have the pencils, we have a copper ruler, we have the metallic markers, and we have the black pad, which is exactly what we have. And the challenge is squared away. Okay, so when I look at the art piece that we've got here and the menu where it says squared away, we have to make something with squares. So we'll give that a go. What will we make? So what I want to do first is I want to try out what we have. So I want to see how everything looks. So we'll start out with the pencils. I really like how this looks on the black paper. This looks so pretty. So that was the ice blue. Now we have the rose gold. Oh wow. Now we have pewter, which is kind of like metallic greenish, gray green. Now we have the purple. Now we have the regular green. Oh, that's nice. I do like my greens. And we have the pink, which is a nice dark pink on this paper. And the ruler kind of speaks for itself. It's really heavy, by the way. So it's really nice. Seems like really good quality. Then we have the Faber-Castell metallic gel pen, which I think it is. Nothing else metals, it says. So I think that's what they call the color. Don't know if you have to, ooh. I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't even have to shake it or press on it. And this one says gold, but heart of gold it says. I'm really impressed that the color comes out without me having to do anything. Right, so these are what we have for splice. We don't have a regular pencil. So I think I'm going to do the shading with the pewter. But what are we going to make? That is the question. So the first thing I want to do is make thumbnails, and this is something I really have to get used to. I don't usually make thumbnails, so this is a very, very general idea of what I want to do or what I'm thinking about doing. So the character is not really sketched out properly. It's just playing with like rough positions and rough colors and see what I like and see what I don't like. Now I did figure out that I wanted to leave the background black and work with like the body in color only, because I wanted to see how that worked. So I made multiple thumbnails to see what I like best, and I ended up with the one where the girl is sitting with her knees pulled up against her and her arms wrapped around that. So that was my first idea, and I tested out to see what materials I wanted to use as well. So I was like, maybe I can draw the girl in gold, use the gold for line art, and use the silver for the blocks around her and have that squared away. And I kind of wanted to make it seem as if the blocks were kind of like going towards her to absorb her or to pixelate her. And I wasn't really sure how to do that, but that is the general idea that I had. So I started out with two rectangles. So the first one on top is the big one where I want to put the character in, and the second one at the bottom I thought might look nice and put my signature in, but I'll come back to that in the end. So I ended up drawing the girl with the clothes and her position with the knees up, and it's a position I've not really drawn before, so it was new. And what's also different is that maybe I just have to do this more. Like, let me know if you want to see more real-time art, yes or no, in the comments down below. Because as of late, I have done a lot of iPad sketches. And the nice thing about that is that you can see the entire process. And the handy thing for me is that I can have an ideal position above the iPad to make the perspective look good, so that the shoulders aren't wonky or the eyes aren't wonky, because I did have to work on the eyes. Now I didn't cup on the shoulders and the butt, and that is because of the angle that I was sitting at, because my camera is really close to the desk, and I have a second camera which is really close to where I'm drawing as well. So that all didn't help. So I need to practice that more, especially if I'm going to do live streams. And live streams is one of my goals this year. I've written down 12 goals for me / my channel for this year that I want to do. And one of those goals is live streams. So that means that I have to draw real time like this. So something I definitely need to work on. But yeah, give me a shout, you guys, if you want to see just more real-time drawing in my actual videos. So not necessarily live streams, because I will go do live streams. I don't know when yet, but keep an eye out, because it's going to happen for sure. And here I'm starting out. As you can see, I've made all the blocks here. I don't know if I've done too many. Maybe I should have done for the left corner. Like, hindsight is 2020. When you're doing it, you think that, yeah, this looks nice. This is kind of what I had in mind. And you can go a bit OTT with that. So I did go with the gold line art for the girl, but then I colored it in. And as soon as I had her face colored in, I realized, sugar, I think I just made a mistake. I'm not sure that I like this. So I tried shading the face and shading the neck, but I didn't really like how that looked. It looked really weird. It looked as if she was a ghost, or it looked off. Something about it looked off to me. Now remember, this is my first time drawing on black paper, so it didn't really go the way I thought it would. The line art was really easy, but then again the coloring in was harder. I also usually don't work with pencils, so it's all new, and that is the point with these scrawler boxes. You discover new materials and new ways of doing things. So the new material for sure was, first of all, colored pencils, because I've never used colored pencils before. If you've seen a few of my videos, I might have talked about this a little bit, but I grew up drawing only with just regular pencils. They're not colored at all, so I'm not used to shading in with colored pencils at all. I think that's a totally new technique for me, and I'm starting to use them now with my coping markers to put some more shading on the top, and that is really nice. But yeah, it can be tricky. So I colored her in. I was like, fine, I'm going to finish this anyway. I'm going to see how it looks, and I might start over, but I'm going to try this anyway. So made the blocks, and I decided to try and color them in with a few different colors and mix a few different colors. I wanted to use the original art, or well, the prints that we got in that box, as an inspiration for this drawing. So that's why I used multiple colors in the same blocks and tried to blend them together. I really like how the purple and the ice blue look at the top left there. It looks really, really, really nice, and I think the same with the pink as well. But overall, I was like, no, this drawing is not for me. It's not working, so I decided to start over again. And because I started over, I did end up doing the line art off screen, because I was like, I want to make sure that at least the proportions and everything are correct before I continue. So I made a very light line art, and I'm just sticking in the lines here, and I'm just going to shade it with that same color. I'm not going to do anything else with it. I'm going to keep her basically in black and white, and then I'm going to use the small squares as colored accessories, or however you'd like to call that. So that's what I did. I also made her a little simpler than the first one, partially because this was my second time and I wanted to make sure that I actually had something I did like. And I do like it. I do like the fact that she's got like the squares in her outfit as well. And I even went with more inspiration from the abstract drawing that we got from the artist earlier, that was in the box that was featured. So I ended up putting all these lines around the squares, and I really, really like how that looks. I think it really gives something nice to the drawing, and I'm quite happy that I took this route. I'm also really happy that I decided to start over again. If at first you don't succeed, just try again. And that is exactly what I did. And making the squares was a little bit tedious. Now, I don't usually have to use rulers and everything, but in this case I did, which is fine. Like, the ruler is really nice. It is really, really sturdy. I don't think it can shatter at all. It's a copper ruler, what it said. So that looks really, really good. I'm actually quite impressed with that. It's not super long, it's quite short, but if you do an A5 drawing max, then I think you're okay. If you're going to draw bigger, then this ruler might not be for you if you're looking to make long lines, long straight lines. And me and making straight lines, I need a ruler for that, because I'm not good in freehanding straight lines, or circles for that matter. So that's what I did. And once that was done, I wanted to color in the squares that I did make. And for that, I used all the pencils that we got. Now, we only got 6 pencils, so it's not a whole lot, but it worked. And I had the outline of the squares in the ice blue, so there was a lot of ice blue in the drawing already, which is such a gorgeous and vibrant color on this black paper. I really, really do like it, but I wanted to color in the rest with all the other colors, and some even with the ice blue. So I did that in different ways. I used 1 color per square. I used 2 colors per square, but they made them into like little triangles. Or I used like a color as a circle and then put the other color around it. So I think that gives a different effect to it. and some I left even black at the end of it, so it looks nice, so I'm happy with it. So this is the end of my drawing, you guys. I hope you like it. As you can see, I did go over with the gel pens to make sure that it had like the metallic outlines as well, to give it more of the style of the print that we got. But this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.